Hello and welcome back to PowerWash Simulator. When we last left off, we had agreed to play a monster truck. And boy how. Okay, so let's move back to that. That's a lot of concrete. But what we're gonna do before we do literally anything else is we're gonna take on the bottom of the truck. Because, do you want to hear some crazy theories about the missing cats that we've heard out on the streets? Yeah, sure. The number plate, the axle. Uh, there are a lot of theories, I imagine. A lot of people are very curious as to what's going on with cats. I'm sure people's beloved Fifis and Mimis and other darling kittens going missing is quite a concern, and all of the cats going missing all at once is extra concerning. Uh, so this is actually one that I hate cleaning. I let's see, 6, 2, 3, 4, 2. Hmm. Surface encrusted, embedded, tough, stubborn. You know what? I'll buy it. And then what we're gonna do is we are going to switch to it. And we have the basic nozzles. Oh, that's much better. Also very loud. Uh, yeah, I figured maybe it would make life a lot easier. I don't think I ever bought the thing. Uh, Unfortunately, the bottom of the truck is a nightmare to clean. That's one. There we go. Uh, okay. This is part of the truck that is actively a nightmare. But yeah, I can guess that those people's cats going missing en masse is conspiracy theory and suicide. There we go. Another, and another, and a sister and a brother. But yeah, I imagine people are deeply concerned with what's going on. So, you know, conspiracy theories happen. Not a great way to handle things, admittedly, but, you know. That is way louder than I expected it to be. That genuinely. Um, actually thinking about it now, I did say that this video I was going to ask, because I asked in the last one about what your favorite interior design style is, what is your favorite architectural style? Uh, I am actually rather fond of Victorians. I love a good painted lady. I think they're very pretty. If you've ever seen, the painted ladies of San Francisco, they're really quite gorgeous. Uh, if you've not, I do recommend. Oh, uh, I do recommend that you find pictures of it, or uh, maybe even seek them out on Google Maps. Because they're pretty rad. And being able to, you know, look at them and appreciate them, it's really nice. I also really like architecture. I'm not super like well versed in architecture. I do keep meaning to like get books on the subject and never do. Um, and I'm also kind of worried that you have a lot of instances of these are textbooks, so they're a little dense. There we go. There we are. Get the back end of the truck. Um, but yeah, I actually really like architecture. I think it's somewhat shocking to people to find that out. But, some folks think a shady organization is sacrificing the cats to the volcano to prevent an imminent eruption. I don't think that's what's going on. Apparently, all fingers are currently pointed at Marvin from the Old Boys Club. Are they going to sacrifice Marvin to the volcano? Utterly ridiculous, but it's gaining traction in rural communities. Well, that's no good. What part of that bar am I? There we go. That's... There we go. We're getting as much of under the truck as we can. Did not realize that said oops. I think it might be safe to potentially come from under the truck. I will obviously probably have to come back. Because I've not got everything. Looking hamburgers. Industries Thrust. Oat Jefferson Pulverizers. Cat. Pasties. Urban. Pasties. Sorry. Gnome Watch. And of course, the truck itself is just a cat, so. Like how quickly this eats through everything. Not eating through everything, perfectly, but it is very much worth the $500, $5,000. There we go. We are gonna have to, address some other issues, like, it'd be nice if we could get a little further under some of the parts of the truck, like, this front bit. There we go. There we are. Cool. Yep. Oh, please. Okay. The vegan community suspects that there's the secret ingredient in the milk and hamburgers, but there's always been a statement from Ella herself denying it, telling them to stick their celery where the sun don't shine. Ella claims that her burger's unique flavor is due to its extraordinarily high salt content. I mean, that explains why McDonald's burgers taste that way. So, like, it's totally possible. And no, seriously, I'm not joking. That is actually why McDonald's burgers taste that way. It is quite literally because they are just salt licks. You can, I think, request an unseasoned burger and it tastes a little more like a proper burger, but let's be honest here, you're not going to McDonald's for health food options. That isn't to say that you shouldn't have healthy options available to you, but, like, McDonald's food is not exactly the bastion of health food. I mean, honestly, McDonald's isn't the bastion of a whole lot, if we're being completely serious here. I mean, this is, in fact, a company that got sued because they failed to disclose that that they were seasoning their fries with beef suet, and the Hindu community found out about that, and Hindus don't eat beef. And they were kind of going into it thinking that, hey, yeah, they they're yeah, they're fried, but they're fries. You're seasoning them with salt, not beef suet. And the thing is, unless you think to look, you wouldn't. you wouldn't necessarily know that. Like, you'd actually have to look for that information, which is part of the problem. It's not, I don't think at the time, and I don't know if it is now, actually, it's not it wasn't disclosed, and that was the problem. It wasn't just that it's, oh, these are seasoned with beef. It's with beef fat, beef suet. It's, yeah, sure, but why not tell people that? And I'm sure it's probably one of those, oh, well, it's proprietary secret type deals. And, oh, we're not actually required to disclose. And actually, on the subject of McDonald's and lawsuits, there is the myth, of course, of the hot coffee lawsuit. And I think it is of the utmost importance to note that the reason you think the lawsuit has happened is not actually the reason the lawsuit happened. A lot of people blame the woman for being negligent and, oh, well, she should have known the coffee was hot and things like that. And that's not actually why it happened. What happened is, McDonald's was actually superheating their coffee. And they were heating it to really dangerous temperatures for the sake of being able to sell it longer. And because that's the case, the woman who was parked, she wasn't, like driving down the street with the coffee in her lap. She was parked. He ended up with pretty serious burns and needed hospitalization. Let's see. Okay. There we go. Because I need this to get into places that I can't. Come on. You're actually almost done with that bit. But yeah, no, like, it wasn't she was, doing something silly. It's that McDonald's had decided that profits mattered more. And because McDonald's decided that profits mattered more, one, I don't believe she was the sole case of this happening, but I think she was the most extreme case of it happening. But it has now become, like this cultural touchstone, and you get people who are like, we don't need to be told that coffee is hot. And it's like great, but that's not actually what happened. There we go. And it should also be noted that the lawsuit that she launched was literally just to cover the cost of her hospital bills. And I think it was supposed to cover her legal fees, but I think that was about it. But the point was to make you think that this was like ridiculous litigiousness, and that's not actually what happened. So I think that was important to note. So remember, as an aside, if a company wants you to think that a lawsuit is frivolous, is it might be because it isn't. There might actually be legitimate merit to said lawsuit. And it may be this company is doing some nonsense, engaging in some nonsense, but they don't want you to know that they're engaging in that nonsense. And because they don't want you to know that they're engaging in that nonsense, they're going to, go, oh no, this isn't actually what's happening. What's actually happening is this person's being silly. Or this group of people are being silly. Oh, don't you know? And they touch you. Emma, where is that last little bit? Is this the number for the power washer? Any chance you can get back to the carnival? Our Ferris wheel is getting super spicy. Yep, there's the Ferris wheel. Everyone at Roddy's Biker Shack thinks all cats are aliens, that they've been on some kind of recon mission on Earth, and that they finally all got their intel and have gone home to report. Apparently, we should expect an invasion of extraterrestrial supercats in the next few months. That's not what we want. We also don't want an invasion of supercats. No? I mean, it'd probably be nice to pet, but I don't know how they'd feel about it. Ah, there we go. Got some back of the truck action going on. Yeah, what was I on? Other than, like McDonald's burgers are like salt licks because they're seasoned. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Um, excuse me. Because they are, in fact, seasoned. Actually, I think that was legitimately just the point. Uh, there we go. Got another panel clean. Got that. Axle's almost clean. What am I missing of the axle? That might help. There we go. Um, that actually makes me wonder about the seasoning practices of a lot of other fast food places. I could not tell you, despite the fact that I did in fact work at Burger King, I could not tell you how the meat was seasoned because I worked in a restaurant as opposed to working in a packing facility, which is, uh, uh, well, rather a facility that does the prep. Um, because I worked in a restaurant, we only got like the frozen stuff. We didn't get the stuff before it was, you know, ready to go in the freezer. Um, and I worked there very briefly, and that was um a good like that was 15 years ago. Uh, come on, where? Always a bit of tire that you can never find. Uh, always covered by something. Uh, I know where it is. But now I can't reach it. Um, come on. Uh, no, seriously, what? Let's let's switch. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Hmm. Switch to that and go with that. Right there. Uh, oh, that's frustrating. Okay. So let's go back to that. Let's switch back to the 15. And we've got a good chunk. I think we've got all of the underside done. Cat legs, cat body, bangs, the doors, the handles. Gotta finish the exhaust pipe and panel. Yeah, okay. Put that there. There. There we go. There. Exhaust panel. But yeah, I worked at a Burger King. I couldn't tell you how a lot of that stuff was seasoned, but I do know that, well, that you know what, I won't even say I do know, because, like, again, it has been 15 years since I worked there. I stopped pretty early in 2008. And as such, a lot of changes have happened in the restaurant that I have not experienced. So I can't really speak to. Um, um, there we go. I can't say, oh yeah, you know, this is how they do this and that's how they do that. And sure, some things likely have not changed. Um, but for the most part, things have, like, the restaurant, the location that I worked at has ended up my own theory. Yes. Cats go wherever dinner's best. Yeah, they do. Someone somewhere, probably out in the sticks, has some real nice tuna steaks, and they're all holding up there for a while. There we go. One back leggy. They'll be home soon enough. I hope you're right. For everybody's sake. Um, but the location that I worked at closed down, I think, because it caught on fire. And then renovated and reopened. So, you know, there's that. Um, so grains of salt and all that. All that goodness. There we go. So things have absolutely possibly changed. There we go. Door handle. Um, couldn't tell you anything about Wendy's. Couldn't tell you anything about Arby's. You know that, like, a lot of people, uh, there are some, oh, what is it? I think there are some issues regarding some farmer agreements that Wendy's kind of refuses to acknowledge and sign. I think a couple of other places refuse to sign it as well. And it's not for like, oh, well, it's just an unfair agreement. It's because they don't want to. I distinctly remember it's like, if they signed it, it would mean that they had to, like, get pay more, pay more for the produce or something like that. Like, I think it's something, like, really absurd that they won't agree to. So I don't actually actively remember. Oh, those are bright. So, yeah, like I said, I've not worked at a ton of fast food joints. I've literally only worked at one, which is extra reason why you should be nice to like fast food employees, because that line of work is rough. I would not wish that on that line of work on anybody. Food service is a lot. And I say this as somebody who's worked in food service on a couple of different occasions. That is a field that is not for the faint of heart or the weak of constitution. I mean, service industry jobs are, in general, are not for the faint of heart. Cat eyes, front cat legs. There we go. So, remember to be nice. I mean, you should be being nice to everybody anyway, but, like, be especially nice to, like, service workers. Okay. All that work finally paid off. And there we go. We're actually gonna start on the Ferris wheel. We still have some time. Okay. And we are actually, I think we're gonna switch. Wrong button. Medium duty. Go back to that. There we go. Mate, I'm really sorry trying to sort out some heavy motivational tunes for you, but the Raves generator is playing off. It's alright. Make sure that we're cleaning everything in our reach as we go. Which means that we're cleaning this. That is a lot of dirt. I wonder if that may mayhaps be why Muckingham is called Muckingham. Just filthy. Okay. There we go. But yeah, as far as lines of work go, food service is quite the doozy. Um, in fact, you know, like all customer-facing service industry jobs are really rough because not only do you have to deal with the demands of like your managers and deal with some coworkers who can, you know, be a bit much, but you also have to deal with the customers, and the customers can be a bit, uh, saying that customers can be a bit much is like the understatement of a century. Um, that's like saying, Death Valley can get a little hot. Well, yeah, it definitely can, but like, I promise you, that is easily the most ridiculous understatement I've ever heard. Um, the clowns? Did that say the clowns? Uh, trying to remember what opens up after this. I think it might be the subway that opens up after this. We'll see. And I know I could be using the other one, but it doesn't really matter in this case. With the truck, it mattered more. Um, it mattered way, way, way more. With this, it's like, because it's not stubborn dirt, it's less of an issue. This is more just a quantity. Um, make sure we're actually getting the feet, the barriers. Let's get this one while we're over here. That's still clean. I think I'd be really bummed if I had to come back and clean that. Um, there we go. Uh, there we go. I know there's the issue of um, the bounce subjects. I know there's the issue of uh, dealing with the bits of Ferris wheel, of the Ferris wheel. That's clean. There is a ladder around here somewhere, I think. Oh, it's over with the scaffolding. What was I on about? Oh, the Ferris wheel. The Ferris wheel is kind of awkward to clean. It's, you have to clean both the inside and the outside, so the cars. The carriages. Whatever you call those. What do you call those, actually? I have no idea, actually. The car... I'm gonna go with cars. Yeah, you know what? Why not? But cleaning the outside of the cars is kind of a pain because it oh, I'm gonna have to buy some stuff for this. I don't have any extensions for this. So we're gonna have to do that as soon as possible. I'm not even worried so much about the heads. I am actually genuinely more worried about the extension arms. But yeah, cleaning the itself. What? Oh. I said, what about the sign isn't clean? The sign? The sign isn't clean. There. Oh. Oh, okay. It down. Let's stick that there for now. No, we'll stick to it. But I am actually really kind of annoyed with having to clean the Ferris wheel cars because they are irritating. You have a lot of the outside of the cars to clean, and it wouldn't be that big of an issue, but they make it annoying. They make it actively annoying to do. So we're gonna try and get through it with as little swearing as possible. I try not to swear on the channel, but, you know, still. There we go. In the top of this thing. I assure you, I've sworn on here, but I've made the active decision to keep swearing to a minimum on the channel. Primarily because I swear like a sailor. Every other word is something. And instead of doing that, I am simply not going to. Not because I think it'll, you know, turn people away. But just cause. Exercise a touch of restraint here. It's self-imposed, of course. Clean the sides of the stairs. But I will leap around like a goofy for the tree. There we go. And I recognize that this one makes it so much easier. I think I'm going to, when I'm done recording, try to grab. No, never mind. I'll. Everything that you see is gonna get done in real time. So instead of doing what I was gonna do, what I was gonna say I was gonna do, I won't do that. I was gonna say I would go and do some of the extra cleanings for the sake of being able to grab a little cash so I can get the extensions. Because if I'm remembering correctly, the extensions for this one are kind of expensive, and I think the cheapest one is like a few $100s. And then there are the other heads, like the triple head. That's actually really useful because you get, you know, more. You get more done more quickly. There we go. It is like absurdly expensive, I think. Actually, maybe in just a second. An absolute perler of a track from Asterix Wink I can't wait to hit you with. You're gonna float away into the cosmos when you hear this. Just a sec. Take a second and have a look at prices for the stuff. so I'm not making a goof of myself. I mean, I'm doing that anyway, but that's by choice, not. Uh, let's have a quick look in the store. Equipment. The short extension is 3. The long is 6. Um, the soap nozzle is 9. And the Pro extra long is 12. So 9, 18, 3,000. Um, but actually, I think that's where we're going to call it for today. As a reminder of the question of the day, what is your favorite architectural style? Are you a fan of Victorians? Are you a fan of shotgun styles? What's your favorite style? Um, and yeah, if you enjoyed this video, any of the videos in the series, or any of the videos that I've done ever, consider leaving a like on this video and a subscribe to the channel, which helps metrics, pushes out to you, and pushes it out to other people. Consider hitting the notification bell so you know when I upload, even if it is really regular. And yeah, I also have a coffee. You can find me at coffee.com/dorkanaut. That is ko-fi.com/dorkanaut if you're so inclined to leave a tip, but please do not feel obligated. Uh, but yeah, come see me again sometime, won't you? Goodbye.